Every admission season, the same question echoes across thousands of homes. My child didn't score well. What course is left now? Which college will still take admission? Notice something interesting. Within minutes, the conversation shifts from understanding the student to searching for available seats. But what if the biggest mistake isn't the marks? What if it's making a career decision based only on those marks? Welcome to Spoken Careers, home of career decision intelligence. I'm Dr. Sudhir Reddy. Welcome to the Decision Room, where we don't just answer career questions, we uncover the better questions hiding underneath. Today, every question comes from real conversations among career counselors helping students make one of the biggest decisions of their lives. Let's open today's first decision. Our first decision comes from a counselor who asked, a student hasn't scored well in class 12 or CUET. Which graduation course should she choose? It's a question many families ask, and it's understandable. When results don't meet expectations, panic arrives quickly. But perhaps that's not the real question. But underneath this choice, there's another question. The hidden question is, can exam marks alone decide someone's future? Marks tell us how a student performed in one examination. They don't tell us everything about curiosity, creativity, communication, resilience, or potential. Here's today's decision principle. Marks measure performance. They should never be allowed to define possibility. Let's open our second decision. As counselors discussed the student, something fascinating happened. One person noticed strong English skills. Another noticed painting. Someone suggested journalism. Someone else recommended psychology. Another proposed design. Who was right? Perhaps all of them, because every suggestion was based on one observation. But none of them could replace understanding the student herself. The hidden question isn't what course matches her marks. It's what kind of work brings her alive. Here's today's decision principle. Subjects reveal strengths. Daily work reveals career fit. Let's open our third decision. Several experienced counselors reach the same conclusion. Start with psychometric assessments. Not because a test can choose a career, but because it starts a better conversation. No assessment, no counselor, no artificial intelligence can decide your future for you. But good assessments can uncover patterns, strengths, interests, and possibilities you may never have noticed yourself. The hidden question is, are we searching for answers or are we trying to understand the person? Here's today's decision principle. Good assessments don't replace decisions. They improve them. Let me open our fourth decision. Something remarkable happened next. A counselor gently reminded the group, please don't share students' reports publicly. Blur personal information. Protect their privacy. That wasn't simply about technology. It was about trust. Career guidance begins with listening, but it survives because of confidentiality. Every student deserves to feel safe enough to ask difficult questions. The hidden question isn't, can we solve the problem? It's, can we solve it responsibly? Here's today's decision principle. Good guidance informs. Great guidance also protects. Our fifth decision comes from a counselor who suggested something different. What about a BVOC program? For some families, that suggestion immediately sounds less prestigious. But here's the interesting part. Vocational education often develops practical skills, industry exposure, and employability. Sometimes, families reject an excellent pathway simply because they've never heard enough about it. The hidden question isn't which degree sounds better. It's which education prepares this student for a meaningful career. Here's today's decision principle. Choose the education that builds capability, not merely the qualification that sounds impressive. Before we close, here's today's golden minute. When exam results arrive, many people believe the future becomes smaller, but careers rarely work that way. One examination may close a few doors, but it also invites you to discover others you may never have considered. Career decision intelligence isn't about finding the perfect course after disappointing marks. It's about refusing to let one score become the final chapter of your story. Career decision intelligence isn't about having all the answers. It's about learning to ask better questions before you make important decisions. Because your future will be shaped far more by what you build next than by one result you've already received. Before our next conversation, here's one question to carry with you. Am I choosing a course because it truly fits the student, or simply because it's the easiest option after the marks? Sometimes, the best career decisions begin when we stop asking what is still available and start asking who is the student becoming. If today's decision room helped you think differently, share it with one student, one parent, or one educator who may be facing one of these decisions. To explore more insights and future-ready resources, visit www.spokencareers.com. I'm Dr. Sudhir Reddy. This is The Decision Room, home of career decision intelligence. Keep learning, keep growing. Walk your path with courage, live it with purpose, and always lead with love.